Guns, violence and political extremism are on the rise. And America risks disaster, sooner than later. That's the view of a longtime University of California firearms researcher whose hard-hitting report was published last week in the journal Injury Epidemiology. Upward trends in firearm purchasing, violence and political extremism are converging to put the USA at risk for disaster in the months ahead. We have no time to waste if we are to prevent the loss of thousands of lives and emerge with our democracy intact. Those are strong and alarming words, particularly from an academic researcher. Wintemute, 69, is director of the California Firearms Violence Research Center at UC Davis. He has been studying gun violence for nearly 40 years, and his research has provided the impetus for several major gun control bills in the state legislature. He's also an emergency room physician whose obsession with firearms violence grew from his constant treatment of gunshot wounds. But does that also make him a sociologist? My whole career, I've been interested in the chain of events that culminates in someone coming through the door of an emergency room. He responded to my question, how could we have prevented this from happening? I've tried to understand some of the social determinants in a gun purchase. Schnur, a one-time Republican strategist who is a political science professor at USC and UC Berkeley, said, as long as we convince each other that people who disagree with us are evil, the likelihood for violence will keep growing. The answer isn't more gun control or more gun ownership. The core issue is tolerance. Wintemute told me that political polarization, to be honest, is the thing that concerns me the most. Part of our new normal is demonization of the other side. If we continue so divided like this, we won't be able to move ahead as a nation. We certainly won't succeed as a democracy. Democracy depends on trust. And we have very little of that now. The deadly mob invasion of the Capitol was the loud volcano erupting from growing political violence, or threats of it, throughout the country. School board meetings everywhere have become uncivilized battlegrounds over curriculum involving race and COVID-19 mask and vaccination mandates. County health officers also are under threat.